Welcome back to Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth. Last time we collected the Witch's score, shadow-altering music. I have a suspicion as to what this might make. We've also got a whole bunch of more weapons available. Ah, I thought so. Yeah, the enemy attract and repel items. I like how there's a weapon called Hard Rocker. Oh, actually, this is useful for the boss of Junessic Land. So yeah, the repulse pipe and the attract pipe, isn't one of them normally called, like, attract bell, and only the pipe is the repulse one? But, well, I guess it makes sense for them both to be pipes, especially for, the theming of, let's just say, a later dungeon in this game. There was a music note on one of the locks, so that kind of is a preview. Also, oh yeah, we unlocked the amazing armor for Mans, so I need to buy that. It's a downgrade of 1 strength compared to the manly Jinbei, but it does give a lot more defense. Oh wow, Kenji's current armor sucks, how have I not upgraded it? We also unlocked the Beast Scar for Morgana. And going back into the Vault Room after our last exhibition, it turns out we've now registered 25% of all Personas. I'm surprised that I've hit that milestone at this point, because I'm sure I missed a lot of really low level ones in the first Labyrinth. But that gives us a 10% discount from the Compendium. They really don't want it to call it a Compendium in this game. They really want to sell that whole movie theming. Oh, right, so this seems weird. Speaking of missing low-level Personas, I am missing Yatagarasu here, and this is a down fusion. If you fuse 2 Personas of the same Arcana, the result will be one of them that is a lower level in that Arcana. I believe if you fuse 3 of the same Arcana, you get one of a higher level. And I just spent all my money, so I am not going to do that, because I need to keep Matador. Why do I get the sense that you will be involved in that movie's ending, Yosuke? So who's motivated? Ah, well, you were kind of over-leveled, but, I mean, probably no harm in that, especially since I haven't tried her out with Matador yet. Though at this point, I should be thinking about leveling up the party members who I would be bringing to the boss fight, and as I said, one of them will be Yosuke. That line is in a Toho song, isn't it? It must be some kind of Japanese customer service speak. And he was there for the first boss, but I'm going to bring Morgana as well, because we're going to want a lot of people who resist wind. We are also going to want electric skills, nuke, psi, and ice. Mostly nuke, psi, and ice. So that probably means Haru and Makoto. And Kotone maybe will get kicked out for, Chie. Oh yeah, it actually does tell you if there's a unison, and you can press the Y button to check unison skills. Oh yeah, they have different areas too. Now I have no bless or curse on this party, so hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me horribly. Ah, okay, yeah, our next destination is over that chopped wood that Haru cleared for us. Now, I can see an FOE icon on the map that's moving around, so that implies that it is a Sador Terra rather than a, one of those, T-Rexes. They're called Tyrannoqueen, by the way. Which is actually kind of like almost a direct translation of their name. Because, Tyrannosaurus Rex is, Tyrant Lizard King. I do like just how hyper Chie is in Japanese. I was just thinking, and I still think that it is weird that Yosuke only, like, gets to be the speedster that he really should be. Like, I mean, his persona is a ninja. Like, one of the most famous ninjas in Japanese fiction, and, like, he's a wind user, and, you know, wind is stereotyped as being, you know, kind of fast. I mean, I'm totally not talking about Sonic Brainrot here, but I kind of am. And yet, like, he's a jack of all trades in his original appearance in Persona 4. I do kind of feel like if, I was about to call it Persona 4 Rewind, because I always kind of hoped that it would be called Persona 4 Rewind. But Revival also works for the whole TV theme. But, like, if the remake were to buff anybody, I really hope that it's Yosuke. I think that Persona 4's party is generally quite well balanced in Golden. It has its issues in Vanilla, but in Golden it's a lot better. Especially Kanji and Naoto. But in Golden in particular, Yosuke suffers quite a bit because he's like, Okay, so Ryuji calls Yosuke by his first name, but Naoto by his surname. I guess that makes sense. He would be on more familiar terms with another dude. But yeah, Yosuke's like the one, like, quote-unquote bad party member in, Okay, I will admit, seeing that after every battle does get kind of annoying. But what I was saying was that... Yeah, I knew we had have an event here. There'd be no other reason to put a dead end here, but like... In just about, like, I've seen quite a few now videos of opinions on Persona 4 party members and gameplay, and people tend to consistently rate Yosuke as quite low, especially in Golden. And it's not so much that he's a bad character, it's more that everyone else is so good, and he doesn't really have anything that is quite on their level. Like, he's a jack of all trades, he can do a lot, but everyone else is just better at their designated niches. And it does make me feel like they should have just made him faster to capitalize on that. Though, speed isn't quite as important in the actual Persona games as it is here. I think it does still determine turn order, but for some reason I feel like turn order is not quite as important in the original Persona games compared to Q, where it's kind of everything. Oh no. Kanji? Kanji? Down, boy. Oh, I wonder if this unlocks the Ryuji and Kanji special screening. I know there's one of those, and I know it's probably early on because it takes place in the Kamoshida Man labyrinth. I just forgot exactly where it unlocked. But yeah, you want to explore every one of these corners because you can often unlock special screenings that way. G. I always love it when anime, like, vocalize that onomatopoeia out loud. That's for staring, by the way. Yeah, Morgana doesn't really seem to mind. I mean, he likes being popular. Yep, there it is, Clash of Thugs. This is one special screening that I'm not the biggest fan of. That's why I've kind of been waiting for it, because I have some thoughts. Oh, hi there. Ah, looks like we're gonna have to deal with that, plus the Seidou Terror. Oh boy. Can I do this before the T-Rex catches me? Well, okay, I guess there's no harm in trying, because I always have Yosuke Vanish Ball if this goes badly. Oh wait, that's only weak to Bless and Curse. And Morgana's in the back row, so I can't Lucky Punch it. Yeah, I can get most of this, but I'm probably gonna have to bail unless I get insanely lucky. I forgot that the balance could still show up on this floor. Oh, no crit on that, unfortunately. If I got that crit, I may have been able to finish this, but, Oh no, Thorn Shadow. Thank you for missing. And there it is. Boosted Vanish Ball, go! Well, not before Morgana shoots with a slingshot once. Probably not a good idea, but it's chasing me already, so that's fine. Also, look at my map there. I am literally trapped between two vicious dinosaurs. Let's heal up and just keep moving. Keep calm. Ignore the fact there are two things on my tail at once. No, I'm not gonna get cut off. Okay, phew. That could have been really bad. But the floor tiles here are gonna be... Unless I just do this, huh? Yeah, but... that thing is just kind of stuck moving back and forth, huh? It's a little bit like, yeah, its AI is kind of silly. Okay, yeah, we got a few more floor tiles to cover, though. So I'm just gonna keep leading it in a circle just because I want those floor tiles. Or that could happen. And that's where the Go became more as helpful. Yeah, so Kechirasu is an interesting word. It literally means to kick around. It was actually one of those concepts where sometimes when I'm translating, I find that it really helps when you type like the actual Japanese text into Google and then click image search, because sometimes that can actually give you a good idea of what the word or phrase actually means. And that's what I did for this, and what I found was images of somebody like with a sword, say for example in like a Musou game-like setting, swinging their sword around and knocking all the enemies surrounding them away. So that's what that term Kechirasu refers to. And I translated it like a while back when it first showed up as scatter them, and like that. I think that works. I think it may have actually been what the equivalent of I Garland will knock you all down was in Final Fantasy 1. And in that case, knock you all down's not a bad translation. Rare footage of Makoto actually getting to be the healer in this game. Yeah, it's weird they made her more offensive here, but I guess it makes sense because basically every party in this game has their own, like, dedicated healers, and there'd probably be too many if, you're going to the side, aren't you? Oh, no, you're... They're just, like, talking to each other. It's like, hey, did you see those meatbags that just came through here? Yeah, I could really go for that right now. Yeah, me too. I think I smelled them, but there's no way they're standing right next to us, right? Wait, their scent's getting further away. Did they get away from us? Did we get distracted gossiping again? There's a big FOE right in front of this shortcut, so that's... Yep, hi there! Oh yeah, that's like right where you spawn. Okay, that makes sense. Huh. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, how do we do that? How do we cover all of those floor tiles? And then there's always, you know, the tactic of just deliberately getting spotted, or deliberately getting into battles, I mean. Now, it's... Okay, so... I might be speaking too soon, and it's probably just because I did some grinding, but is it just me? Or are these new enemies on the later floors actually easier than the ones on the earlier? Like, particularly the Cupid and the Balance. Like, those were... Again, I was very underleveled, and that's probably why. But for some reason, I haven't had trouble with the Minotaur or the Ravens in this floor at all. I'm kind of worried that I grinded too much. But I was just getting everybody up to Yosuke's levels, and he just joins right in this floor, so, I mean, you're clearly meant to be level 21 at this point. Yeah, I guess I'll just do a free diorama with, Of course, you know, if multiple people are boosted, Yosuke is always going to go first, because Yosuke is the speedster. Unless you have that other person in your party who is tied with Yosuke, and again, you will never guess... You will, the only person so far in the comment section, that the Yosuke video just went up as of recording this, so, yeah, probably a bit of a delay there. But so far, the only person in the comment section who has correctly pointed out the person who's tied with Yosuke looked it up. I'll just say, if you said Koromaru, you're wrong. Resist fire. I guess I don't really care about Giant Slice. Especially because I'm pretty sure Mighty Swing is just... Yeah, that is just Giant Slice, but better. Ooh, yes! Yes! Makoto, it's been pointed out to me that Makoto's actually one of the better Link users in the game, because she gets her elemental boost and amp, and that affects the damage of Link skills. Freeze meat. Oh, I remember this. That's... I think that's relevant to a side quest later on. Brave Sir Teddy ran away. Oh yeah, this is actually, this reminds, there's a line in Q1's like battle bands, or I think with Rise, she says something like, I thought it had gotten quiet, Teddy's passed out. Oh, right, yeah. I haven't actually been into, like, the closest thing I've been to one of these, like, more tropical locales was Cambodia, and I will admit that place did get humid at times, but, we also had to wear a lot of, like, mosquito repellent because, yeah, mosquito-borne diseases are a thing there. But I, admittedly, being Australian, where it gets very hot, there have been days where I've wanted to just climb into a freezer. Yeah. This just reminds me about how there are actually places that sell, like, ice packs for, like, costumes. Like, they're meant for a lot of things. I think they were originally meant for, like, something, like, totally different, like, more, like, a practical career thing or something, like, for workers. But then furries discovered them and realized that those packs are, like, extremely useful for keeping cool in a fursuit. And they suddenly made a massive amount of money off of furries, because that was an untapped demographic for them. I actually saw some furries at a convention, the same convention that I got the Laura Bailey voice clip from. It's like, one of them I asked, and this is so weird, one of them I asked, like if she'd seen any Sonic plushes, because, this is such a weird thing to say out of context, it wasn't because she was a furry, it was because she, had a Sonic backpack, so I wanted to ask that, and then I saw a few more, it was a pretty cool outfit she had, it was like I asked what it was, and it was, because it looks sorta like Shadow, but not really, and she said it was an original persona. And then I saw some, like, other furries after her. I didn't want to ask them, if they'd seen any Sonic plushes, because, I'm, like, hunting Sonic plushies right now, as the context. They're so rare in Australia and Japan. Still no more skills. But yeah, anyway, I didn't ask them because, like, it almost sounded, like, a little presumptuously offensive to be like, oh, you're furry, so obviously you know where the Sonic merch is. I could not find any Sonic merch, except for this really cool Sonic t-shirt that I got from one of the movies. Couldn't find any plushes, though. Well, okay, that's a lie. I found, like, one plush, but it was just the basic, like, the most basic of basic Sonic plush they sell at, like, Kmart. Does the US have Kmart? Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure this area is really, like, isn't there there's a fishing special screening here. I think it takes place here. But yeah, like, this area is relevant to something later. Oh, you again. Well, this time, I'm not going to get interrupted. Oh yeah, remember that Link skills are physical, so you can only target the back row with them if you yourself are in the front row. Oh, okay, I got the crit there. I might actually be able to get the all-out attack. But I would like to get some sweet revenge by exploding that thing with Link skills. I can say explode now because I got killed by them in the actually the episode after the explode episode. Now Haru just has to not miss with her Fire Slash. Nice miss there. Oh no, no cut in. She probably missed. Ugh. Well, that was almost cool. And there we go. That is, like, another way this game makes magic better than it was in the first game. I mean, it was probably also true there, but physical was just kind of OP. Physical skills tend to have significantly less accuracy than magic. Like, nearly all magic in this game has near-perfect hit rates. Oh, nice. Like I said, Hanamura mo Yaruja, which is like, oh yeah, you can do it too, Yosuke. Like, there's a bit of an air of, like, surprise to that. And there is yet another one of these chasing dinosaurs here, though this time in a much more open area. Yes, yes, we know, you guys like to get dialogue boxes. Yeah, but, I mean, granted, she is pretty agile. She could probably outrun it. Oh, right, they actually are doing this thing with Teddy. You have no option to deny it. Well, yep, gotta get some Teddy-owned moments in there. Yeah, I had a feeling that's where this was going. We should feed the dinosaur, but I didn't mean feed it Teddy. I probably should have made that clear earlier. Gee, I wonder where we could get meat around here. It's not like there was a giant container back there that said freeze meat. I mean, granted, wow, that's dark. I mean, you know, considering how they kicked us out. I don't know, but still, I want to see how they react to this. Yeah, Haru would be curious about what that would taste like. And Yukiko as well. Like, this game's pretty good at being on point with, like, which characters would have certain reactions to which things. The thing is, though, Shadow's bodies, like, dissipate immediately when, like, they die, so that probably wouldn't work. Yeah, our company freezes so much meat. They freeze everything, and they cook them, and they refreeze them, and they cook them again, and refreeze them again. And then our customers get food poisoning, but our lawyers are so good that nobody's ever successfully sued Okumura Foods. That is totally how Okumura would have run things, like, seriously. Yeah, I still think, like, one of the saddest parts is that, like, of all of the palace rulers, Kunikazu Okumura is the most blatantly based on a real person, and the real counterpart actually did get into politics, and, like, did not get... I think they did have to pay compensation to that one worker who, like, died from working massive overtime. Like, they actually did end up paying that compensation, but, like, still, he never got, like, charged with any crimes over that, and he probably should have been. Okay, that admittedly does look really good. And I don't even eat red meat. Unfortunately, will the dinosaur really go for frozen meat? Yeah, as Arn's saying. I mean, we don't really have many fire users in this party, but still. Yeah. That, plus, if this is working by Digital Devil Saga logic, then if it tries to eat the frozen meat, it will do very little damage. Let's add some Teddy to it. Oh, wow. Sorry. I would do that if it was Q1, but Q2 Teddy actually deserves respect. Maybe one of the few times in the series that he does. You know, that was actually kind of my point. When I said defrosted, I meant cook it. Oh. Oh! Yeah, no, don't do that! Like, we should just put it, like, and then burn it. Like, that's all we need to do. We don't need to get the awful cooks of the apocalypse involved. Because, like, Fuka isn't present, so we can't turn it into chemical weapons grade Mystery Food X. Yes, it will be easy to run away. So yeah, we're doing an outdoor cookout. I mean, yeah, for once you're being pretty practical. I'm actually, Yusuke is practical a lot of the time. Oh yeah, okay, that explains why I remember that location. Yeah, there's that big area where there's nothing there, no chests, no shortcuts, no events, but it turns out that's what we have to use it for, yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's also involved in a special screening. Like, there's one involving fishing. Like you know, I'm not, like, as, like, familiar with Q2 as I was with Q1. I only played it once when it first came out, because I didn't actually like it on my first playthrough for some reason. I'll get to the full story later. What the heck is this music? Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Thankfully, Risei's not actually here. I am wondering if the official Persona cookbook they're working on, which might be out by the time you're watching this video, if that ends up, like, having an actually edible recipe for Mystery Food X. I mean, I'd say Cheers probably isn't a gathering. Not really sure about Yukiko. I feel like, because, like, often wilderness survival in D&D stats is based on wisdom, which I feel like Cheers' wisdom is decently high. But Yukiko, I feel like Yukiko's wisdom not so much. Not to the ridiculous extent as, you know, Mitsuru from who I headcanon as having 20 intelligence, but, like, 0, like 2 wisdom. Yes. Men are here. We make fire. Cook meat. Yeah, let's have, like, hopefully Haru can balance things out. Now that I think about it, the Persona 5 party doesn't have any awful cooks. This time. You guys get to live. This time. I mean, there might be, you know, shark fin around here, considering there were types of sharks that did exist in prehistoric times. Though, granted, this isn't prehistoric times, it's a modern setting with revived dinosaurs, so they probably didn't revive any prehistoric sharks, but you never know. The writers could have just been that convoluted. Congratulations, Yosuke, you have saved us from the awful cooking of the apocalypse. Yeah, this is about where we're finding that out. Because, like, this is one aspect where I do appreciate Persona 3's party for being a bit more grounded. Fuka is just, like, a realistically bad cook, and she gets better with practice. Like, that's way more grounded than with P4. Oh, yeah, it's pretty much canon that Joker is a good cook. That's pretty much established in Strikers as well. I'll steal your app. That's such a good line. Yeah, there's actually a lot of people who headcanon, like, generally, the two most popular headcanons for Joker's adult future are him getting into politics or him running a cafe. No, we're not making Aburagi. We're not going to rehash that weird joke from P5 that didn't get translated properly. Nurukami. Yeah, sometimes I forget that I had to name him this. It'd be really funny if this unlocked a cooking-themed unison attack between, like, the good cooks of the group. The Gathering Girls! Now, remember that Risei got poisoned from a flower in this place, so hopefully you didn't grab any flowers. Though we kind of do want to poison the FOE. Well, it's not glowing blue at least, so it's not Pleroma grass. It appears to be some kind of herb. It appears to be an herb. This is, I don't know why, one of my favorite memories of Persona 5 Strikers is when you cook goat soup for the first time, and Morgana's voice clip is just him screeching. Maybe they found some Fusaka. It looks pretty huge too, but Cheer could probably carry that. This would be so dark if that egg is actually this dinosaur's, like, child. I'm the most concerned about this one. I was right to be. I forgot there was a sound effect for that. I mean, I do kind of wonder if those things are edible. I don't know. I can just say, hey, Joker, just go, that's a great idea. Oh. Okay, Arn doesn't strike me as the kind of person who'd know which flowers are poisonous, which mushrooms are poisonous, so let's not eat those! Oh, wait, Haru knows? Okay, well, I mean, hopefully they're fine. But yeah, Haru does strike me as the kind of person who would know, what these kind of mushrooms are. Because it's a movie, anything can happen. Or, you know, Naoto's coming up with a backstory for it. Some kind of egg. How did we... Oh, yeah, the cooking utensils were in there, so the pot must have been one of them. I'd say mince them up. I'm pretty sure the dialogue choices here don't matter. Yeah, I do kind of wish this was voiced, though, because the first queue had a lot of these, like, mid-dungeon events, and I think they were voiced there. How do you think we should cook it? Quickly sear it, simmer it slowly. Simmering slowly is often good. I have a good recipe for, chicken that involves simmering it slowly. Yeah, but then we'll burn it, and then we won't really attract the thing. Wait, how'd you make the special sauce? Yeah, I had a feeling the pitcher plant stuff would be involved in this. Well, again, remember that we're not the ones that are eating this. Okay. Even Yusuke wouldn't eat it, and that's saying something. No. No. Unless Teddy does. Yeah, I thought he would. Oh, or he's gonna get Yosuke poisoned. Wow, for once, Teddy actually is the one who's not getting owed. He's owing someone else. Oh, no. Let's not do that, because if it's a slow-acting poison, like we found out back in that little event we had earlier, we would all die rather than just one of us. Well, see, here's the thing. They had Haru with them. Haru actually knows about food, so that was probably the deciding factor. Yeah, again, also thank Haru. Alright, we actually cooked it, so yeah, it still has to be warm. And so ends the tale of the jungle meat with green sauce. Oh, that's not good. And here I'm using the link, not for the actual link itself, but for the priority. guaranteeing that I knock that thing down an all-out attack before it has a chance to kill any more of us. So yeah, it turns out those ravens are a pain if they get ice creamed. So yeah, this is not a good situation. How many of my I don't think I have any more revive items. But let's at least lure this thing in. How do we know what direction the wind is even blowing in this place? There's a unique, like, model for Teddy blowing. Is this where we're supposed to get past it? Yeah, maybe it's satisfied, or maybe it's going to, like, throw up or something. We'll see. Hopefully, the sauce is fine for humans, but dangerously toxic to dinosaurs. Are there any leftovers? I mean, yeah, there maybe are conventional substitutes. You know, it'd be really... I mean, I doubt they'll pull from spin-offs, but it would be really cool if they actually did put something, like, based on this in the cookbook. What's mystery food? No. Yeah, you weren't in the first Q game. Not you remember, because everyone's minds got wiped there, but still. Yeah, we need to get through here. It's still funny how in that one P4 route event of, like, the first Q with the FOE, and the, oh, apparently there's, like, a little, yeah, that must be where the thing ran to. But, like, where you, use the Mystery Food X Final Edition on that FOE. That FOE never respawns. So, like, you killed it just so badly that it is forever dead. Okay, we've unlocked a shortcut. And yeah, once the counter goes down to 1, I think I will be leaving. Yeah, he just gets like that. Granted, yeah, the Phantom Thieves do visit a lot of very pretty-looking dungeons. So Yusuke's always got a lot of good sketching material. We've been having, fried phoenix, you know, to revive ourselves. I mean, the hot dogs at the theater probably don't want to ask about what they're made of. Well, it's actually not Chie that he's as weird as, you'll see. Oh no, yeah. The moment that you talk about, like, eating, everyone... See, now I'm feeling hungry. Yeah, I guess we'll have Hot Pot. And yeah, I knew there was a food-related special screening showing up soon. So, yeah, that sounds like a good time to leave the labyrinth for now, and we don't really have much left to go with this place, so next part, I should be able to finish both those special screenings and finish this floor. And then the part after, it will be the boss. So, see you all then.